Hey there fellow Helldivers! Welcome back to another exciting update breakdown video. Today, we're diving deep into the latest patch notes, focusing on one of the most anticipated fixes, damage over time. Strap in because we're about to set the battlefield on fire. First up, let's talk Orbital Gas Strike. This bad boy is a game changer, folks. When you unleash it, enemies drop like flies. It's like watching a fireworks show, but instead of pretty lights, you get explosions of alien guts. One thing I'm surprised, other than its damage over time, is that it can close bug holes. Just remember, those pesky Bile Titans are immune to its charm. And hey, watch out for where it lands. Sometimes it's a bullseye, sometimes it's a wild card. What you can see here is that its noticeable effect of damage over time. It can kill the enemies within 3 to 4 seconds. When you do this, it is recommended to use crown control arsenals such as stun grenades or EMS mortar sentry. Don't underestimate this gas strike because it can kill chargers with its damage over time. But I would not recommend it to use every time. Instead, just drop this into hordes of enemies or in a bug breaches with your crowd control arsenals. One thing I noticed with my friend SHILOM BABA is that it has inconsistent direct drops, which makes it awful sometimes. Notice my footages here, it drops far on my target. Sometimes it drops directly on you, and sometimes it drops off nowhere.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't want to throw that. What? Why am I dying? Oh, it's the smoke. I was in the smoke.
So we did a test here. Our thoughts here is that I need to advance my throwing angle to hit my marked target. So it hit exactly on where I threw it. It's so confusing sometimes because overall it's a 50-50 on where it will land. This glitch right here says it all, so I understand if some people will not like this stratagem. Now, onto the Eagle Napalm Airstrike. If you thought Gas Strike was kind of impressive, hold on to your helmets. This thing packs a punch with its fiery impact and relentless ground burn. It's like setting the battlefield ablaze and watching your enemies scramble. Talk about crispy critters. Plus, its damage over time is no joke. It'll make even the toughest bugs think twice about messing with us. Now, if you want to make this stratagem more powerful, you can get the Enhanced Combustion on the Upgrades menu on your ship to boost its fire damage by 25%. Take note that you can enhance it further when you get the XXL Weapons Bay, as it will have an additional 1 bomb. Having all of these will make it more deadlier than before, and then taking advantage of the damage over time fix, which will make it a total destruction. But wait, it gets better. Combine Gas Strike with the Eagle Napalm Airstrike, and you've got yourself a recipe for total annihilation. Seriously, it's like Christmas morning for Helldivers, except instead of presents, you're unwrapping a can of whoop-ass on those alien scum. Just remember to bring some crowd control along for the ride to make those hits land like a boss. I recommend to drop the Eagle Napalm Airstrike first to take advantage of wide area of damage impact, and then follow up with the Gas Strike to enhance more of its damage over time. Yeah, I know, it's an overkill for small and medium enemies. That's why I recommend this to use on Bug Breach and then pair it with EMS Mortar Sentry to lock them up with the chargers on their side. Then have fun watching the annihilation. You can bring anti-tank support weapon like Quasar Cannon here, or you can use your Incendiary Breaker to take out its green sacks and then drop Orbital Rail Cannon Strike, so that when the Bile Titan appears, you will not have a hard time killing it. You can see here that it can almost instant kill those terminids, and while they walk on those burning ground, they die because of its damage over time. Overall, they stack together, and hardly to notice after all because we tested it on small and medium enemies. Now, when you combine the two stratagem, I know you will have no more space for anti-tanks. But for the sake of this damage over time content, I did this.
You see, when he came out of the green gas, he had like a gas tail, you know? A trail, I mean.
Now, let's not forget about the incendiary breaker. I tried to test its damage over time. I'm surprised that they can die on its damage over time faster than before. As before, it is barely to see them dying of damage over time. It can take 3 shots to the warriors to let them die of burning, 5 to 6 shots on the hive guards, and 8 shots to the brood commanders. This baby's damage over time is off the charts. Now, you don't want to kill the charger with the incendiary breaker's damage over time. Focus on its back tail instead, and then crush it with your damage impact to take out chargers fast. Last but not least, we have the flamethrower. This thing is a beast. With its souped up damage over time, enemies don't stand a chance. And if you're feeling extra spicy, combine ground burning with direct enemy firing for maximum DPS.
Yeah, the damage on the throat.
Chargers? More like toasted marshmallows in 3 seconds flat. Well, there you have it, folks. The breakdown on the damage over time fix in Helldivers 2. If you found this video helpful in unleashing chaos on the battlefield, do us a solid and smash that like button, share it with your fellow Helldivers, and don't forget to subscribe for more epic content like this. Until next time, stay frosty and keep on diving.